Santorum? You've looked that up on the internet recently? Santorum stepped forward. But then someone started yelling that new word.
He stepped forward? Well, even Aristophanes didn't get that dirty.
What does that have? Does it mean something in Greek?
Preemies, it means fairly well-to-do. You're a 1%.
Hey, that's so much. I've always wondered what that would feel like. Okay. Well, after a slightly good-looking young man sprang to his feet to address the people, he said we should hand the country and the university over to the women. Women. He said the show really runs everything anyway, and then the whole new crowd, the gay activist bunch, cheered and yelled their approval, while the people from the country, you know, the red parts, made deep rumble. That's kind of like Arkansas.
Like that band that I heard before. Well, they had sense anyway, by God.
And they were in the minority, and the speaker drowned them out. Or drowned them. I couldn't tell which. And in his view, women could do no wrong, and you, my friend Leporus, no wrong.
What were his arguments?
First he called you a criminal. I'm shocked.
What did he call you?
I'll get to that. Then he called you a crook.
Only me?
That's right, and an informer, too.
Only me?
Yeah, well, listen, he keeps coming here. That's right, you and every one of you. This whole crowd. And that goes for you, and you, and you. This whole crowd. He called crooks and criminals and a whole lot worse.
That's right. Yeah. Well, that's a different story. Who'd deny that?
Then he said, a woman is bursting with brains and productive of profit. The Republican thing to say. And that women never divulge their secrets while we leak what we say in the council all the time.
No, by Hermes, that point's fair enough.
And then he said that women lend each other dresses and jewelry, kind of like the way you're dressed. Jewelry, money, drinking cups, fake IDs, and without witnesses, and always return everything with nothing held back. You know, what is that thing about, something in Plato about returning what you're owed, or maybe that's what you're doing. Well, most of us men, he said, cheat.
By deciding we cheat even when we don't get anything out of it.
Yeah, that's true. Most of the time we don't. He said other things too, that women don't inform on people, they don't sue them, they don't beat each other up, they don't play hockey, they don't try to overthrow the democracy, they don't get drunk at hockey games, but instead they do lots of good. Curious argument. To turn the whole university over to the women. That seemed to be the only thing that hasn't been tried.
And this passed?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it says right here in this paper. That's what I'm telling you.
So they've been put in charge of everything.
That's the way it is, my friend.
So I'm not going to be mean anymore, but my wife will.
Read the tea leaves just right. And you won't even have to run any programs or departments. Women are all taking care of that.
I won't have to groan myself awake worrying about budgets anymore.
Or do any of that stuff you were doing behind the pink blanket. God, no, all that's the women's concern now. You can't stay at home farting all day long.
I can go farting all day long. Well, there lies the danger for men our age.
You can.
You
know the general
I
idea.
got the gist.
Yeah.
But that's a danger for men our age. Once the women take in the reins of power, they'll force us against our will to
do what?
To screw them.
Oh. Shocked. Like, what if we can't?
Well, they won't make us breakfast.
But still, if this is university policy, every true man's got to do his part.
Well, there is that traditional saying, God loves drunks, fools, and Boston University.
E pluribus university. Well, I gotta go. Be well, my friends, and on exiting, back left.
See ya, friends.
Yeah.
See ya, friends.
When did Aristophanes write this play?
I forget. Let me check. According to Wikipedia, oh, that's not a good source. I mean, der Wiki Datenbanken, it's from 391.
Oh, it's a 4th century play. That explains why the cool parts suck. We don't do anything. We just sing along between scenes. Where's the meaningful paradises and the interactions of characters?
Look, Rachel, the less Aristophanes wrote, the less we have to perform, and the more we get to make up on our dissertations.
Good point. Let's only do later plays in the future. How about some Plautus plays next year? There's no chorus parts in Plautus.
Yeah!
And look, ladies, business has turned out just like we planned. But now, get rid of those coats and boots before anyone sees them. You get out of the sweater vest. There are no tri-reins here. Those are walking sticks. And you get these women into some kind of order. I'm going to sneak back into the house where my dad sees me and put his bow tie back where I got it. So, everything off just like I asked? Misha?
I have an electrolysis appointment next week. Let's not be a little sensitive, okay? Just as ordered. You heard her. Yeah, we skipped that. Oh, my bad. We're ready for the further instructions, for I know I've never encountered an undergraduate more impressive than you are.
Well then, stick around. You can all be my advisors while I'm in office.
It's you! Where have you been, Vexavera?
Come on, Dad. Is that any of your business?
Any of my business? What innocence?
Now, don't start saying I've been at my boyfriend's house.
Maybe more than one.
Okay, well, there's a way for you to test it.
How?
See if you can smell perfume on me.
What? Can a girl hook up without perfume?
Not I, more's the pity.
Then why did you leave the house so early without telling me and taking my coat with you?
A friend of mine was having a crisis.
And so you couldn't let me know you were leaving?
And not give a single thought to her desperate tweets?
You could at least have told me there's something fishy around here.
Not at all. I dropped everything. I didn't even bring my Greek flashcards. The text message said to come right away.
Then shouldn't you have taken your own clothes? Instead you swiped my coat and left me here like a corpse dressed up in your mother's slip? You all but laid me out with a wreath and an urn.
It was cold outside, and I am so thin and delicate. So I put this on to keep warm. But before I left, I made sure you were snugly covered in your bed, Daddy.
Why did my Uggs go with you? My great brand Uggs. And my walking stick.
Well, I didn't want your coat to get stolen, so I put these on to sound like you, so I could stomp my feet and poke at stones with the stick.
You realize you cost us half your college tuition when I was hoping to squeeze it out of the assembly.
Don't worry about it. She's back with her boyfriend.
Who, the assembly?
No, the friend I was visiting. So, they're in the assembly.
God, yes. Don't you remember me telling you about it yesterday?
Yes, now I remember.
So you don't even know what's been decided?
No idea.
Well, sit down and chew gum. They say women are in charge now.
To do what? Polish our nails?
No, by Zeus, to govern.
Govern who?
Everything.
And by Aphrodite, things are looking pretty rosy.
How do you figure?
Well, for lots of reasons. From now on, you guys won't screw things up to make yourselves look good. You'll have no more drunken brawls, no more international conferences.
No, don't do that. You're taking away my livelihood. Please, friend, let your daughter talk.
No more envying the next guy, no more sexual harassment. Well, actually, no more hockey team. No more wearing rags, no more poor people, no more wrangling, no more foreclosing and repossessing.
Besides, that would be great if it's true.
Let me explain it. It's time for the egg on anyway. You'll have to agree that I'm right, and even my dad here will have nothing to say against me.
All right, now's the time to really be clever.
But beware, you can't Google your way out of the assignment. Plus, Henderson's a top-notch scholar, and he can see through any faulty argument.
But you're in luck since Sammons isn't playing Leperos. He's the harshest grader of them all.
No delay. Here and now you must put your idea in play. What the audience most appreciates is instant gratification.
Well then, I'm sure my proposals are worthwhile, but I'm worried about the audience. Are they ready to try something new?
Don't worry about trying something new. For us, junking the last administration is a principle of government.
Then no one interrupt until you understand the plan. Peter, go get the book.
Which one?
The book.
Hold it up!
Yeah.
Ask me my core!
Hasn't even been written yet.
That was super nerdy.
There's some pretty good ideas in here. Tata bangs, this, ace, hyresa meta glauconos. Shit, that's a lot of Greek. Okay, in English. Very well. I say that everyone should own everything in a common, like in here, and draw an equal living, like in here. No more rich man, poor man, no more division between the Ivy League kids and the kids who can't even afford community college. No more 1% and then the rest of us. No, I'm going to establish one and the same standard of life for everyone, just like in here.
Hey, I read that, I think. I might have missed selection on that one. Not quite sure. How exactly will it be the same for everyone?
If we were eating dung, you'd grab the first bite.
You're sharing gum too?
No, I mean, you jumped in with the point I was about to make. As I was about to say, my first act would be to make all land, money, and all other property communal. We women will manage the central pool with thrift and good judgment, and we'll take good care of you.
And what about someone who has no land but has gold and silver stashed away?
He'll contribute it to the central pool.
And if he refuses, he'll perjure himself. And after all, that's how he got the money in the first place.
But look, it won't be of any use to him anyway.
What do you mean?
No one will be forced to do anything out of poverty. Everyone will have everything they need. Bread, saltfish, barley cakes, peeps, cloaks, wine, garlands, chickpeas, peeps, cell phones, Siri, peeps, and iPads.
The new ones?
The iPads. Everyone will get to be a gold soul. Pizza for everyone. So where's the profit? Where's the profit in not contributing?
So no more Hunger Games?
Exactly.
But the people who have everything now are the biggest thieves. Before this, yes, under the previous system. But now that everyone will be living from a common fund, where's the profit in holding out? What if someone has the hots for a girl and wants the pleasure of a folk? Will have to take her price from this common fund?
No. He'll be able to sleep with her free of charge. Hang on. It's in here. That's right. The girls are common property for the men to sleep with and make babies with as they please.
Then won't everyone be looking for the prettiest girl and trying to bang her?
Well, the second grade will be right beside the classy ones. If a man wants the pretty one, he'll have to bone the ugly ones first.
What about us older men? If we go with the ugly ones first, our cocks won't have anything left when we get to where the hot ones are.
Trust me, the hot girls will not complain. I mean, about not getting to sleep with you. Anyway, you guys have got that problem as it is. Just like Santorum, you're always fooling
What is that stuff you had over there? Well, okay, you planned it that no woman's hall will go unplugged. But what about the men? The women will shun the ugly ones and make for the handsome ones.
Well, the ugly men will have to screw the handsome ones and keep an eye out, for it won't be lawful for the handsome men to sleep with any women who haven't first accommodated the uglies in the rooms.
So I suppose Scully gets first dibs.
Yes, and what's more, the idea favors ordinary people. It'll be a great joke on all the big shout professors and the deans when a B and G guy speaks up and tells them to step aside and wait till I'm done.
But under your regime, how can any man recognize his own children? I mean, we don't have DNA testing yet.
Who cares? The whole younger generation can regard all the older men as their fathers.
Well, that's all well and good, but if James Uden starts calling me daddy, it's going to be a mess.
Well, I can give you more often.
Such as?
If Peter there claims you're his father and starts kissing you.
If he does, he'll regret it. But who will farm the land?
The slaves. Oh, you know, we'll import Canadians. Concerned, we need to get all fancied up for dinner.
And overcoats? Who's going to supply them?
Well, this current stock will do for now, and later we'll weave you some new ones.
One more question. What happens when someone loses a lawsuit? How will he pay his expenses? It wouldn't be fair to take these from the common people.
But there won't be any lawsuits.
In Athens, you're crazy.
And there will be equal housing for everybody.
No more summer swaps?
Why would someone steal what he's already got to share in?
No more mothers? Not if you stay at home.
And not even when you go out. Everyone's going to be content with their condition. If someone wants your cloak, let him have it. Why put up a fight? Just go to the common store and get yourself a better one.
Will people gamble?
To win what?
And what standard of living will you establish?
The same for everyone. I propose to remodel the university, abolish tuition, eliminate finals, get rid of degree requirements, knock down all the departments and administrative offices, and make BU into one big household where everyone can come and go as they please. I'm even going to knock down all the dining halls and make one big central dining hall, maybe Kenmore Square.
Where will you serve dessert?
I'll turn all the lecture halls into ice cream socials.
What will you do with the blue books?
Napkins.
Oh, great idea. And what will you do with the lecterns?
I'll have them all set up by Marsh Chapel and use them for allotments. Everyone will draw a letter and go wherever the lot assigns. So the Herald will tell anyone with the Sigma to go to Shelton, the Gammas can go to the GSU, and the Thetas and Kappas and Epsilons can all just go paint a rock. And since there's no W in Greek, we can get rid of Warren Towers in West.
Partially funny, but
The guy who draws the blanks.
Well, that won't happen with us. We'll provide everything for everyone, just like in the book. Every single guy will go away drunk, his garland still on and a torch in his hand, and all the ladies will accost them. Come to my place, there's a fine young girl here. Come over here. Here's a beautiful girl. Sleep with me and then sleep with her. And the ugly men will chase after the handsome young ones saying, hey you, the law says the ladies have to fuck the ugly men first, so you can just go jerk off in the doorway. So, tell me, does this plan meet with your approval?
Absolutely.
All I have to do then is pick a professor with a loud voice to be my crier. I'd like to have the first banquet today.
Banquet start right away?
That's what I'm telling you. Then I want to put a stop to all the competition.
Why?
That's obvious. So these women can have the best young men all to themselves.
Correct. What's more, women from other schools are no longer allowed on campus. They'll be allowed only to sleep with guys from BC, and they have to trim their pussies in the style of the school in March. Oh my God. Translated.
I'd like to tag along right at your side and share the spotlight with people saying, look, that's the lady commander's dad.
Anyone want to know a fun fact?
Sure.
The choral song that after Aristophanes wrote doesn't survive in the manuscript.
Why not?
Well, either the manuscript is damaged or some prudish monk deleted the racy bits from the play, or it just sucked. So the scribe decided not to copy it.
Bullshit.
We still need to say something. We're out here on stage with nothing to say.
Let's just leave the stage quietly. Maybe they didn't see us. It's mostly undergrads in the audience anyway, and they don't pay attention to their TAs.
Hey, wait a second. Professor Uden, he's new! Make him do something. Maybe we can get introduce Larish doing her Hercules thing or whatever.
Let's just stop. There's nothing you can do. I've had enough. I'm not your property, it's from today. You might think that I can't make it my own. Now I'm stronger than yesterday. Now it's nothing but my way, my loneliness killing me no more. I am stronger. Now I think it's about me. You might think that I can't make it, but you're wrong, 'cause now we're stronger. Now it's nothing but my way, my loneliness is killing me no more. Now I'm stronger. Professional Arash, that's Hercules.
Right at home in this play, even though I don't survive in the manuscript. Because I'm a lady dressed as a dude. Dressed as a lady. Dressed as a dude. That's why I think the Assembly of Athens should support women's reproductive rights, because I don't know what the hell I
You might think that we can't make it on our own, but now we're stronger. Now it's nothing but my way. It's killing us no more. I am stronger than yesterday. It's nothing but our way. This is killing us no more. Now we're stronger.
I telling you, cause Heracles, times have changed. Since I'm going to be taking all my possessions to the marketplace, I thought I'd better collect them and take them to them. Hey, Peter, get the stuff.
Also,
I don't know how long I have to wait for this stuff. We haven't rehearsed it.
talking while he's running.
I can't wander from the script. It makes me nervous. Okay. You there, my pretty candlestick. Can you see a candlestick anywhere? Watch him produce a phallus now. Candlestick? All all these years and the RAs never found you. Come outside here prettily. You'll make things nice and light. And you, space heater. Yeah, space heater. I wonder how you stayed hidden all these years. Well, you'll heat things up for us. There's my coffee pot. Yes. My coffee pot. You're black. You must have boiled a concoction Mitt Romney uses to dye his hair. This way, stand next to her. No one can start anything without you. Water bear, bring this water bottle over here. And you come over here too, little boom box. Oh, that little is the biggest item here. Since you've so often woken up my neighbors in the middle of the night. Whoever's got the bowl, come forward. Don't forget my stash of peeps. Boy, I'll miss the pink ones. A little Freudian touch there. And put the branches down beside them. Bring out the tripod and the oil flask. A little lubrication here. Caesar, come on, boy. This is gonna be hard.
Hail Caesar!
Have been mistreated. It's just the people who get that. Okay, where's Brutus? Brutus.
He's right here, and he has been mistreated. Thank you.
I understand they have bad habits, these two. That's okay. They're both being donated. For a common pool. Okay, everyone, get these things all in a line. Okay? Don't eat that coffee cup. Someone's supposed to bring a cow, I heard.
Do I have to? Do I have to give up my Rome first season?
So,
Do I have to bring my Latin dictionary?
no, you can keep that. It's a great play. Okay.
That's my bust of Caesar.
Now what happens?
He's running too.
There's a spear.
Oh,
I wanted to see the spear. And Salmons is supposed to bring the spear, I thought. A very warlike man. Cal.
Goodbye, Bessie.
Should be a camel.
Pastoral atmosphere.
Carl.
That's just a savory mushroom, or is it one that will have some power?
Powerful!
This is for stepping on the joke.
This is what I think of when I think of Heracles. Okay. Okay, Peter, bring it up. Bring down the little things, Peter.
I'm way ahead of you, told you.
Oh, you already brought it? Okay. They'll be the rest of the parade. Here's a selfish man. The world would not be the same without at least one.
Imagine me turning in my stuff. I'd be a sorry excuse for a philosophy professor. Virtually brainless. Never like Poseidon. First of all, I have to test and study the situation very carefully. On the strength of mere words, I'm not going to throw away the fruits of my